Homemade lactose-free yogurt. Welcome to Rain's Kitchen and Garden. My name is Rain. Today I'm going to show you how I make this easy homemade lactose-free yogurt. I make this in a yogurt maker and the results are always perfect. Here are the ingredients that you'll need. You'll need 1.5 liters of milk. That's 6 cups, and I use lactose-free milk, but you can always use regular milk if you want. Make sure it's whole milk. You're also going to need a starter. You're going to either need yogurt from your last batch or a commercial yogurt starter. The first step in making your yogurt is to heat your milk. Now I'm going to heat mine on a very low heat to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 95 degrees Celsius. And I'm going to be whisking it occasionally just to make sure that the heat is distributed well and so that I don't burn the milk on the bottom of the pot. Now the reason why we want to bring it up to that temperature is so that we can get rid of any harmful bacteria that might be lingering around in the milk. And when we bring it up to that temperature, we are actually pasteurizing our milk. Usually you know your milk is close to that temperature when it starts to look frothy. You just want it to get to that degree, 200 Fahrenheit. See, it's got froth on the whisk here, so it's probably very close to that temperature. Let me check here. Oh, we've got steam. Oh yeah, I've hit higher than 200, so it's just about to bubble over, so I'm going to quickly take that off the heat. That was close. That nearly bubbled over, but we're okay. It hit 200 degrees. It actually went up to 210. So that's all right. No problem. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cover it and I'm going to let it sit on my counter probably for about 45 minutes because I want to bring it down to 105 to 110 Fahrenheit. That's, I believe, 40 to 45 Celsius because it encourages the milk to interact better with the yogurt culture when it's at that temperature. And we want the yogurt culture to interact well with the milk because it helps to form the yogurt into a thicker consistency. So in about 40 minutes, I'm going to come by and I'm going to take the temperature, and then every 5 minutes after that, I'm going to take the temperature just to make sure that it doesn't go below 105 to 110 Fahrenheit, because if it goes below, then I have to put it on the heater again. And the thing with this yogurt is it takes about 8 hours to incubate, and I want it ready before I go to bed tonight. So I want to make sure I don't have to reheat it up and then cool it down all over again. So I believe that my milk has reached the desired temperature. I'm going to check. It's been on the counter covered for 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I'm looking for between 105 and 110 Fahrenheit, 40 to 45 Celsius. And there we go, we've got 110. That works for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix our starter in with some of that milk. So I'm going to take a scoop of the milk. Maybe 1.5 scoops. Okay, and now I've got a pot of yogurt that I have from my last batch, or if you don't have that, then you pull out your little packet of starter, okay? So I'm going to add the yogurt to that milk. There we go. And give that a whisk. I'm going to have to wash that little pot because I'm going to need it to make my batch. Okay, so I'm going to make sure this is all nice and whisked well together. And then that goes into the pot of milk. There we go. And I'll move that over. It doesn't need that pot holder because it's it's, you know, it's not that hot now. So I'll give that another whisk. And this is ready to go into the little yogurt pots. Okay, so I'm going to put the yogurt into the pots. There are measurements on these little pots, you know, if you want to do a certain amount. I always fill them up because I want to make sure that I have full pots of yogurt. This is where I usually spill. I'm trying not to spill. I'm trying to be extra careful, and I think I already did spill. This yogurt maker comes with 8 little pots. I love it. Some of the yogurt makers out there come with 2 big pots or 1 big pot. Or they're just basically incubators that you use with your own pots. But I like this one so much. I have another video for yogurt making, and I make it a different way. I use my heating pad as an incubator with towels on top. And that way works too. But this way is just, I don't know, it's just more convenient. And, you know, one of my new philosophies this year is that I want to do things to make my life easier, especially as I age. And I use, you know, I eat yogurt every single day. So for me, having something that's convenient and easy to use, oh my gosh, that's worth its weight in gold. And I do have a little mini dishwasher, so these pots fit right into the dishwasher every day. You know, now that it's just me and my pets, I really don't use all that much, you know, in the way of dishes. So another thing I invested in last year was a little tabletop dishwasher to sort of save my hands and my skin from the hard water that I have here. And people might say, well, why don't you just use dish gloves? Well, I can't because I drop everything when I wear dish gloves. I don't know how many times I've dropped a glass and broken it in the sink because it's too slippy. All right, so there we go. I've got a little bit of milk left, and I'm going to do this off camera, but I'm going to distribute it evenly among all of the little pots. I'm just going to make sure that the pots are clean, and I'll put the little tops on. And they go right into the yogurt maker. And if ever you don't have, if you have something like this and you don't have enough milk to fill all of your pots, just fill the excess ones with water and put them in the yogurt maker anyway. To me, this was a great investment. It makes perfect yogurt every time. And that's not to say that my old one didn't. My old method didn't. It worked most of the time. Oh, there's a little hair in there. Let me get that out of there. Life in a pet house, right? Those of you who have pets, you get it. Sometimes there's hair everywhere. Especially right now, my little Rottweiler, I call her my naughty Roddy Raven. She's shedding, and oh my gosh, if I had time to vacuum 3 times a day, I would. Once a day is all I can find time for, or desire to do. There we go. According to the directions, now what you do is you pour water up to the level of your yogurt or your milk in the pots. And for me, they're full. So I'm pouring it all the way up as high as I can go here without it spilling over the edges. There we go. And now I'm going to put the top on. And I found that when I do a temperature of 42 degrees Celsius, and I do a time of 8 hours, right now it's just minutes, but it'll quickly go up to hours. If I do 8 hours, that's perfect for my yogurt. There's 8 hours, and it's starting now. So I just leave that for 8 hours, and when it's done, I just take the yogurt pots out and I stick them in the fridge overnight. My yogurt maker just beeped, so the 8 hours is over. I'm just going to stop that. There we go. So I'll take off the top. A lot of condensation in there. And I'm going to take out the pots of yogurt. And I'm just going to pat them dry and put them in the fridge. And then I'm going to show you tomorrow morning what they look like. I mean, right now, if you look at this, they're kind of, you know, it's a little liquid in there. You can see the liquid moving. But by the time tomorrow morning rolls around, everything is going to be set really, really nicely. So I'm just going to put these in the fridge. I just want to get the excess water off them. And I'll show you what it looks like in the morning. This yogurt is so easy to make, and it's very frugal once you get your first batch done, because you can keep using the yogurt you have as a starter for your next batches. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give it a like and please do subscribe. If you don't want to miss out on future videos, don't forget to hit the notification bell for more home cooking. Don't forget to leave me a comment. I love your comments and I reply to all of them. And please share this video with anyone you might think will enjoy it. Thanks again for watching, my friends. I'll see you next time on Rain's Kitchen and Garden. Bye!